Welcome into KSU Nation, the best K-State and Big 12 podcast out there. I'm Stevie B.
And I'm Kenny G.
And in today's episode, we're going to be breaking down K-State versus Rutgers in the Rate Bowl. Don't get it twisted. Of course, I'm going for K-State, but Kenny is not going for Rutgers, even though he's wearing red.
Yeah, man. Well, like Stevie said, welcome to the Kenny and Steve United Nation YouTube channel. If you would like, please like and subscribe on this channel. It really helps this channel grow, and we've got some goals ahead of us. We want to expand this to 5,000 subscribers. We think it can be done. I mean, we've got a lot of viewership, and if you are watching this right now and you realize you're not subscribed, please go ahead and do so. We have also members that if you want to join, you could do that, and it'll help us out even more, allow us to do some even more crazy stuff, and you get some perks with that. We get like exclusive streams, and you'll also get, some cool emojis and stuff like that. To
shout outs as well. We'll tell you how good looking we think you are. We will tell you how beautiful you are.
And super chats as well. We will guarantee that comment to show up on the live show if you send in a super chat, whether we're live or not. If we are not live, we will go ahead and show, or at least we'll talk about it. I don't know how we can show it. We'll probably just figure out a way to do it. But anyway, with all that being said, yeah, we're going to get right into this bowl game coming up. Last football game of the year.
Yes, sir. I'm more excited about this than Christmas, man.
Oh,
I really am. Is that crazy?
Are you a fan of Christmas or not really?
I love Christmas. I love Christmas. Okay. It's my favorite or second favorite holiday, but I'm more of a K-State fan than a Christmas fan. I got to say, man, I really am.
That's amazing. I will have to say, I do think Christmas is a wonderful holiday. I would have to put it above K-State football games, but I do love K-State football games. Don't get it twisted. Let's go, Cats. Merry Christmas to all. Hey, Merry Christmas to you, sir. I'm assuming that is a sir.
Robbie Schultz has been watching us for a long time. We appreciate you, and we appreciate everyone for watching. We're also going to get into the Big 12 bowl picks after we talk about the K-State versus Rutgers Rate Bowl. Kenny, it's a day after Christmas. We're going to get into our initial thoughts right now. Talking about, kind of what we want to see. I'll go first here. K-State does have a couple of guys that are opting out for the NFL draft. Jacob Parrish, DJ Giddens, your two favorite guys in the whole team. One on offense, one on defense. A couple guys going to the transfer portal. A bunch of depth guys going to the transfer portal. Here's what I'm going to say. Just like last year with the Pop-Tarts Bowl, where Avery Johnson got his first start at quarterback, K-State won the game, got to 9 wins. K-State can get to 9 wins for, I think it's the fourth consecutive year. Third or fourth consecutive year. And this would be huge to springboard into next year. This is a big game. Any K-State football game is a big game, and I'm really excited for it. And I think K-State should have some success on both offense and defense. We'll get into it, but I'm excited, man. And hopefully, we haven't talked about this, but Kenny, are you coming over? Are you coming over to watch it?
Oh yeah, I mean that's a great question. What time does it land? Like time of day?
4:30 p.m. on a Thursday, December 26th.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to double check with you on that. But
okay.
Look, it's gonna have to be either at your house or somebody who has the game, because now I don't have cable anymore. The person I was jacking it from stopped paying his bill. I'm not gonna dox him, but he stopped paying his bill, so now I no longer have free cable. So now I can't watch in the comfort of my own home unless somebody brings over the streaming from their phone or whatever, and they could just do it live or stream to my TV. So it's gonna have to be at your place, Steve. But hey, the record of K-State winning when I watch at your place is better than the other way around. I think
we have not won a game when I watch a game at your house. Not once.
Yeah, I know. I don't believe in superstition, but speaking of superstition, the Cats are playing with alternate uniforms, dude. Oh man,
Let's
I am pumped about this.
go! And
I am so pumped about this.
we have
If
not
there
won
was anything
we've
that
not won
I
a
could have
game in
asked for
alternates.
Christmas, it was this. I wanted alternate uniforms. And I'm not the superstitious kind of person where I think, oh, every time we do this, we end up losing. No. Uniforms have nothing to do with that. But I am no game watching at Kenny's. Robbie Schultz says, yeah. I mean, I don't think we've won a game. And to be fair, I think it's only been like 2 or 3 times that Stevie has come over. And one of those times it was the BYU game. And the other time was the Texas Longhorns game the year before that. No, we
watched it at my house.
Yeah, actually, we watched that year.
We watched a bowl game at my house last year in case
The bowl. Yep, that's right.
So we have a streak going. So if you come over, we got to get it to 2 games.
That's right. But anyway, before I continue with talking about the game, this has been one of the best seasons. It's disappointing because we had a pretty good stretch of wins in a row. But this, I think we overshot the strength of this team in terms of they were a very young team. I think we didn't realize this. And as we were getting towards the end of the season, our team just sort of ran out of gas. And I think going into the offseason after this bowl game, the team is going to get ready. Avery is going to, in the words of Michael Jordan, take it personally. I hope he does. I hope he doesn't. And he seems like he's a crazy strong competitor and just wants to be a winner. And I mean, his whole life he's been a winner. It's just that now you're playing big boy football, so it's going to take a little bit more for you to just end up winning. You got to really put in the work, and I think he's going to do it. I think he's really going to do it. Plus all the pieces that he's going to get next year. Oh man, it's looking good. The transfer portal is looking good for K-State. We don't need to get into that too much.
Just got an offensive tackle from USC though to replace Carver Willis. I'm excited about that.
Yes. We don't have to get too far into the transfer portal. We could probably get into that maybe later on next year, or early on in the next year. When we have nothing else to talk about in terms of games. But dude, the Guaranteed Rate Bowl, the Cactus Bowl, whatever you want to call it, I'm pumped, dude. Whenever the Cats are playing, I'm pumped. And we're playing in Arizona. I did notice that they said that there were some of our fans that watch the show that are Arizona State fans said that they were going to get tickets to go to this game. They were going to support the Cats. I thought that was dope. I thought that's cool, man. The Arizona State fans, you guys are all right in my book.
I love Arizona State, and I'm going to be rooting for them hard in the Peach Bowl against Texas, man.
Oh yeah,
I really am. Okay, let's get right into this. I want to say that I did watch some Rutgers film today. We're gonna look at the stats here in just a minute. I'm just gonna give you a quick breakdown of them. Honestly, they kind of remind me of K-State defensively, where they have a solid front seven, but their weak point is honestly their back end. Honestly, they really remind me a lot of West Virginia. If I had to honestly say like who in the Big 12 is most like them, I would probably say West Virginia, because their back end is horrendous. They run a lot of man. They like to blitz a lot. They get beat really, really, really badly when they run man. And they try to make up for it by blitzing, like I said, and stopping the run. Their safeties come up and run support, but they miss a lot of tackles. They do. They can also get beat on the edge. And we know there's 1 or 2 guys on K-State's roster that are pretty fast that like to get to the edge. Avery Johnson, Dylan Edwards. So I'm excited about that. When I looked at their tape, they get beat on the edge quite a bit defensively. On offense, there's really nothing like anything spectacular or anything great. They have a quarterback, Kaliakmanis. I don't know if I said that right. They said it better when I was watching the broadcast. 17 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, basically 2,500 yards. He has 230 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground. Honestly, he kind of reminds me of Jesse Ertz, former K-State quarterback about 10 years ago or so, 8 to 10 years ago. Nothing spectacular. They do have a running back, though, Kyle Monangai, that is second in program history in rushing yards with I don't know, the total he's rushed for 1,279 yards and 13 touchdowns. He has not said whether he's playing in the bowl game yet. When they throw the ball, they like to throw a lot of slants, posts, and hitches. They run a lot of shotgun. Like I said, man, they remind me a lot of West Virginia on offense and defense. So let's get into the stats breakdown, Kenny.
Yeah, as you're pulling that up, something I've heard people. This has kind of just been out there, with some of the talking points. But are they usually? I mean, I think their coach even said this in his press conference that they like to run the ball. They like to stop the run. Is that kind of like what?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said. Like when I was looking at them, they remind me a lot of K-State, but they're more like West Virginia, honestly.
Sure. Yeah.
Because they're even worse than K-State against the pass. Like it doesn't matter if it's hitches, slants, go routes. Like they can't stop anyone throwing the ball. And I was watching a lot of their games, and the incompletions are only because the quarterback overthrows them. Like guys are running wide open all over the place. But yeah, they like to run the ball. Like I said, they have basically the second best running back in program history behind only Ray Rice. And they like to stop the run as well. Let's take a look at these stats here, like he was talking about. Rush defense, they're 67th in the country. But if you take a look at the stats overall, K-State has the advantage basically across the board. The only thing that Rutgers is better at is third down offense and red zone defense. They take a lot of chances by blitzing. That's where they're +4 in a turnover margin. And they're actually pretty disciplined as well from Greg Schiano. Only 8th in the country in penalties. But man, honestly, there's been a lot of games like this. Honestly, I want to say it was a Houston game that was very similar to this when looking at the stats breakdown. I'm not as nervous because I feel like these guys have been, their heads are on right. They're excited for this game. A lot of these guys, this is their last game. Kenny, what do you see when you look at these stats right here? K-State's basically got the advantage across the board, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. I mean, without a doubt, K-State is offense and defense just head and shoulders better than Rutgers. But I would even go as far as saying that when it comes to, because these stats, again, for those who don't know, these stats are accumulated by the entire season of play against the opponents that you go against. And K-State has gone against some extremely stout passing defenses. So even though they've had some really like tough passing defenses, I mean, we're talking like Colorado, we're talking BYU, we're talking Arizona State, and then also Iowa State. All those defenses were extremely good against the pass. Heck, even KU was amazing, and they still have the advantage over Rutgers with their passing defense. I think that I think this could be a pretty big passing day for Avery. I know you talked a lot about how they're really good at getting to the edge and running to the edge. I think we'll see a lot of that as well, because K-State's always kind of been known for we establish the run and then we open up the passing, and just Jace Brown's going to have some big explosive plays. I could see Oakley getting some really good touches here and there. Heck, I can even see Dylan maybe getting some passes. Have Joe Jackson in the backfield, and then have Dylan out at the slot or wide receiver or whatever, and then him potentially even getting some catches here and there. But I think from what I see right now, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, okay, offensively, I think we've got this in the bag. Now, defensively, you said that they don't really have much of a passing offense. Our passing defense has struggled all year, and we quite frankly just lost a huge piece in our passing defense. So I would be cautious with that because really the only guy that's back there is VJ Payne now. That's even worth talking about. So I would be a little worried about that, but it doesn't look like they're kind of a team that has a deep passing, wide receiver room. It doesn't look like they're really shooting for that. So this will be interesting. K-State's known for stopping the run. I think Brandon Mott's going to be in. Sacks allowed, dude. That's wild. And they play a pretty clean game too. They're 8th in the country with penalties. That's pretty clean.
Yep.
They're well coached, obviously, and 91st in the country when it comes to sacks allowed. Man, for getting sacks allowed, they're 37th. So we'll have to see if we're able to get some sacks on them. But Brandon Mott's playing at a high level. I think he'll get something done here. But yeah, I'm liking this, man. I'm liking this a lot.
Dude, I am
really
too.
good to see.
I am too, man. And honestly, they were 7-5 in the Big 10. Went 4-5 in conference play. They did not play Oregon. They did not play Penn State. They didn't play Indiana, and they didn't play Ohio State. So they didn't play any of the top 4 teams.
Oh my God! Who did they play?
Whereas K-State is 5-4, and they played all 4 of the top 4 teams in the Big 12, and only one of those games.
Oh my God! This makes their This makes their stats look even worse now.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like I want to say K-State's favored by 7 or 8.
Oh my God! No way! No way! Not anymore.
When I look at these stats and I look at like who they've played and who K-State's played, and the fact that K-State's only going to be without a couple of guys. I mean, Trey Spivey.
They're not even core guys.
DJ Giddens.
DJ. Okay, DJ is a very core person.
But like honestly, like I think this could be a blowout, dude. I think this could be a blowout, man. And I know I was there the last time K-State played Rutgers. I was there. I went to Houston with a couple of my friends back in the day. K-State got their butts whooped, but I don't see Ray Rice coming out of that locker room. I don't see Leonard coming out of that locker room to play K-State. So I'm just going to say I like K-State's chances a lot. K-State needs to run the ball. They're 18th in the country. Rush offense, rush defense for them, 67th, almost a 50 spot difference, which again, K-State's played a way tougher schedule than Rutgers has.
Hey, and for those who don't know, Chris Kleiman is not in the room when it comes to offense or defense. He is worried about team building, and he's worried about getting guys committed to K-State. So in terms of the offense and like what the game plan is for that, like Chris Kleiman is not a part of that conversation. So I actually am really excited to see, with Chris Kleiman not in the picture, what we actually get in terms of offensive playbook and calling and stuff like this. This is going to be sort of a sneak peek, I think, into what we're going to start seeing next season. And I'm hoping, again, I think this is going to be a big passing day for Avery. I'm hoping that he gets over 300.
I agree.
That would be amazing. And who's the target going to be? It's going to be Jace Brown. After what he showed against Iowa State, oh, dude, feed him the ball. This is how you get him to be really happy and with his decision to stay with K-State, because it's looking like Avery sort of sweet talked him into staying one more season at least. And Connor Riley needs to draw up some plays, a better playbook. Put some really good passing plays in there. I really want to see that. And also, shout out to Robbie Schultz, who also mentioned Sterling Lockett. Yeah, I want to see him get integrated into this as well. Now that Trey Spivey's out, put Sterling in. This is a perfect opportunity for him. I don't want to see him in punt returns. I want to see them actually incorporate him in the offense, because I think, dude, he's a legacy recruit, or whatever we want to call him. Dude, get him in there. This is the moment for him.
I'm gonna take this down really quick, and I have some questions for you actually.
All right.
A few things. Rutgers lost 42-7 at home to Wisconsin, who went 5-7. 42-7, dude. And you know what Wisconsin likes to do? They like to run the ball. You want to know how much rushing yards they had? You know how many total yards they had in this game? They had 549 total yards, 309 rushing yards at Rutgers when Rutgers lost 42-7 to a team that's 5-7. Now, I know we're going to be without DJ Giddens, but we have two other really good running backs. Is this Connor Riley's last chance to save his job as OC? Robbie Schultz want to know, and I want to know too. I want to know too.
No, this isn't his last chance. If you think about it, and we'll get into some hot takes and stuff like that, but if you think about it, Connor Riley made a lot of really good calls. You know, in the moment, we criticized him a lot, but a lot of what went down was just bad execution by a young quarterback. How many interceptions did he throw? Now, there was a lot of broken up plays, you know, but that play against Iowa State, first play of the game, that was a perfect play call. It just was poorly executed. And you just hate to see that. But that's the reality, is that, like, you know, we always want to blame the offensive coordinator. It's like the easiest thing to do. But there's some of the blame that needs to go on these players. They're young. This is a huge year for them to learn a lot. And, you know, you don't want to hear that as a fan in the moment, like, oh, I guess this is just a year where we had to learn and, you know, grow and get better. But it's the truth. It's absolutely the truth. I mean, Avery played an amazing year of football. Arguably I think he's like has the best stats as a sophomore quarterback out of anybody else who is like a true sophomore, first year starting. Like, he has better stats than Skylar Thompson. He has better stats than like everybody in that same like scenario when it comes to running and passing the ball. So I agree with I don't agree with him with Robbie Schultz saying, well, he's just asking the question. Well, actually, no, he's actually stating this will be Connor Riley's last chance to save his job. You're asking the question. I don't think so. I think Connor Riley's good to go. This bowl game, you know, this is really to sort of integrate the younger players, get them incorporated into the playbook, get them on the field, get some good looks. I think Connor Riley gets one more year, and then that's where we will be. But I don't think we even need to be talking about that, because I think next year we're going to be golden. I'm like I said, I only have us losing one game next year, and I'm standing by it.
We wouldn't be in this position if freaking Colin Klein didn't leave, but that's a whole other thing.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, when money's calling your phone, you answer the call.
Yeah, that's true.
It is what it is.
That's true.
I don't, as hard as it is to see him go, I understand why. He has a family. He's got things that he has, goals and hopes and dreams. And look, any one of us would have taken that deal. All right. It is what it is. I mean, you want to be the one that stands on the moral high ground, but at the end of the day, bills need to be paid. Lights need to stay on. You know, kids need their college tuition, and you just want to be secure in your life. And I don't blame him for that, you know, and to be fair, it's not like he didn't do anything for us. He got us the Big 12 championship.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I would have really liked to have seen what Avery Johnson could do as a starting quarterback under Colin Klein, considering we never saw it. Not once.
Yeah.
Never saw it.
It's one of those big what ifs for K-State that we're not going to ever see, because honestly, in terms of talent, K-State, I know what you're going to say. You're going to mention Michael Bishop, but I think Avery, as far as athletic ability, I think he's slightly better than Michael Bishop. I don't know. He doesn't have the arm that Michael Bishop has, but I just think an overall, dude, if you put 10, 15 pounds on him, he could be the next Lamar Jackson.
Okay. Michael Bishop was second in Heisman Trophy voting, dude. Like,
I'm just saying.
They went 11-1. Like, okay,
I'm just saying.
That's a lot. Okay, I'm not saying the potential isn't there, but I'm just Wow, that's a heck of a statement. I want to go through a couple more stats here before we get into our score predictions. Rutgers has lost. Rutgers in the middle of the season lost 4 straight games after starting 4-0. In those 4 losses, they gave up at least 35 points 3 times. And in their last 8 games of the season, they gave up 35 or more 4 times. So, and again, they did not play Oregon. They did
Oh
not
my
play Penn
God.
State. They did not play Indiana. They did not play Ohio State. So I'm just saying their defense is not great. They remind me again a lot of West Virginia on offense and defense. So, and we all know what happened in that game. We all know what happened in that game. So I'm just trying to throw that out there. Kenny, how should K-State be using the running backs in this game? We got 2 really good ones. I'm interested to see how they do it in this game because Joe Jackson's a lot like DJ Giddens, but man, the talent and speed on Dylan Edwards is undeniable. I'm really interested to see how they use him in this game. How do you think they should use him?
I want Dylan to be an every down back. I think we've been saying this. Now you can't have him as an every down back, but I wanted him on offense because we just didn't have any threats there. I just like wide receiver something, please. Because I mean, this isn't just coming from me or you. This is literally coming from the mouth of the coaches. They say that Dylan is the most dynamic player on the team. And it's like, okay, then why isn't he in every down? That doesn't make sense. So maybe it's because they didn't realize like how to draw up a playbook with that piece. Because you have such a dominating downfield in between the tackles running back like DJ, and he, for the first half of the season was absolutely destroying teams. And then Avery was really improved. He improved his throwing game a lot. Now he still made mistakes and untimely mistakes at that, but he was young. We'll chop it up to that. I want to see Dylan utilized every single down. I want to see him running. Obviously, I want to see him catching pass, jet sweeps, constantly on the field. If he's not, screw it, dude. Put him in a wishbone. Have him and Joe Jackson in the backfield. I'd see that all day long. But Dylan needs to be on the field every down. At least I would say like 80% of the time of the game. And then if like what you're telling me, Steve, God dang, dude, 35 points a game. If
35 4 times out of their last 8 games, and then when they lost 4 straight, they give up 35 or more. 3 times. Dude. 30. They give up 35, 42, and 42. And again, those were losses to Wisconsin, UCLA, and USC. And 2 out of the 3 of those were at home, dude.
Oh my God, dude, I can't believe it. Yeah, if K-State gets out to like a 3-4 touchdown, 5 touchdown lead, Dylan will probably still be in, but I think Joe Jackson might take a lot of those snaps. Yeah, that just blows my mind. I definitely, for what it's worth, I think Dylan, we're going to see a lot of him in this game. And I hope to see a lot of Avery in this game, but I think they're going to be a little bit more conservative with him. It's the last game of the year. They probably don't want to go. There's nothing really to play for. I mean, you want to win the game, of course. You play to win, as the famous Jets coach said. You play to win the game. You play to win. So, but yeah, I definitely think Avery will get a couple good runs in. I don't think he's going to be getting like 15 carries. That would be ridiculous. I see him maybe getting like 3 or 4, maybe at most, or maybe like 2 or 3 like design quarterback runs. He might just get, run to the sideline for a couple of them if the pass isn't there or whatever. But I definitely see Dylan taking the brunt. I see him maybe getting like 20 touches. That would be sweet to see. 20
Dylan
touches.
Getting 20 touches. I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about
20.
I don't know.
Well, it depends on.
I think there's gonna be 25 touches combined for both Dylan and Joe Jackson. I don't know how they're gonna distribute it, but that's my guess. 20 to 25.
It depends on how the game is going. If Dylan is just breaking out like 20, 40 yards a carry or whatever, then because he doesn't have any game breaking speed, he can, but he's shifty and he has like that quick acceleration.
Joe Jackson, you mean?
Yes, that's what I meant.
Yep. Okay.
But yeah, but even so, I still think that Dylan will be utilized. He'll like in terms of running game, he'll have the vast majority of touches in the running game for sure. For sure. And that's going to be great for him because I think that's just going to build up his confidence. It'll make him feel like, okay, wow, okay, they're really trusting me to take on the load here. And I'm sure they're already working on that in practice. I'm sure Connor Riley's like, all right, DJ's out, you're in, next man up. It's your rock now. So take it, protect it, drive it down the field. And it's just going to be fun to see, man. Like we have not seen a running back like Dylan Edwards in a minute. I mean, you could say Deuce Vaughn kind of was like that a bit. But I'd say Deuce Vaughn was, I don't know, he was built a little different than Dylan.
He was built different.
He was built different.
I want to show this because someone was asking it earlier. Here's a depth chart for the bowl game on an offense. Jace Brown is a starter. Both Joe Jackson and Dylan Edwards are both starters as well at running backs. I want to see Joe Jackson get 8 to 10 touches running the ball because I feel like he's a lot better than third, like third on the depth chart. Like I feel like he's a really good running back, but I want to see Dylan get 10 to 15 touches in this game, running and receiving. They did move Andrew Linegang to right tackle with Carver Willis, obviously opting off to the portal. And Jaden Jackson starting at wide receiver along with Jace Brown and Dante Cephas. Tight end Garrett Oakley backed up by Braden Lofton. Kenny?
Yeah.
Is it time to get into our score predictions and hot takes for K-State versus Rutgers in the Rate Bowl?
Yeah, just really quick. Also, for those who don't know, K-State is looking at another running back in the portal, but this running back is actually like a big guy, like a bigger running back. And I think that it was kind of like a head scratcher at first because you're like, well, wait, you got Joe Jackson, you got Dylan Edwards. Why are you looking for a running back? And I think we might just utilize a guy like that with his size. I think he was like 6'2", like 215 or 220 pounds, something like that. Just a big guy. You probably want to utilize that guy on like third down situations, get him in there, get us the first down, run up the gut because we don't have DJ anymore. Okay, we've got some smaller guys that are more quick on the outside. But yes, let's get into our score predictions. It's the K-State score predictions and the K-State hot takes.
Let's do it. And we're going to take a look at the graphic provided by collegefootballinsiders.com. Make sure you guys check them out. Here's a graphic. It says essentially K-State wins this game 64% of the time with a projected score of 28-24. You want blue, specifically dark blue, when looking at the efficiency on offense, defense, and special teams and field position, all of that. There's a lot of blue for K-State, more red for Rutgers than there is for K-State. That's why K-State is projected to win here in the Rate Bowl. Kenny, we talked about it earlier. K-State's got the advantage almost across the board here. K-State's going to be without a couple of guys. We're not sure who's going to be playing for Rutgers. They could be without their starting running back. What is your K-State score prediction for the Rate Bowl December 26th at Chase Field?
Yeah, actually, I when I see that the little computer, analytic, score, I'm thinking, bro, they do not put anything into context here. They just didn't. I think K-State played way tougher opponents from what you just mentioned. I think Rutgers is going to get absolutely demolished here. And I hope I'm correct. I do not want to be wrong on this. Keck W actually put in his score prediction of 31-17. I'm going to be leaning a little bit more that way, except for I'm going to give K-State a bit more. Look, they just showed like in 5, 6, 7 games that they give up 35 points on average. Yeah, I like K-State getting, and in K-State, honestly, other than like one game or 2 games, they've pretty much scored, well, maybe three games this year. They've been able to get over 30. So, and if they're going against a team that loves giving up 35, how can you not give K-State at least 38? 38 or almost 40. I would probably even lean 40. But I'm gonna be on a little conservative. I'll say 38. Because I would say 45 if DJ was playing. But I'll say 38, and I'm going to give Rutgers. Let's give Rutgers 18. 18. 18.
I love the 18. I love it. I'm actually a little bit more optimistic than you, which is wild, honestly. Kenny's usually the way more optimistic of us two. I think K-State's going to be able to do whatever it wants on offense. Hopefully, the passing game has started to click more. Hopefully these running backs are starting to play up to the standard of DJ Giddens. We'll see. Actually, we have actually renamed our cat of the game, the offensive player of the game. We'll talk. Actually, we'll talk about it after. But I got K-State winning 45-17 if their starting running back Monengai does not play. If he plays, I got K-State winning 45-24. I mean, I don't see any way, considering they gave it 35 or more 4 times in their last 8 games, and they didn't play any of the top teams in the Big 10. I don't see any way K-State doesn't handle Rutgers. K-State's going to have more people there. They're a lot closer as well. We got people saying 52-0, 31-17, 42-7. Yeah, I mean, I'm liking it. Honestly, I mean, I know ESPN picked Rutgers to win. I don't see how K-State doesn't not just win, but cover.
They
handily.
picked them to win? Are you serious? Oh my dude, I'm
ESPN
so
picked them to win by
sick
like
and
4.
tired of the bias stuff.
I know, dude.
God,
I know.
Dude.
Yeah, I got 45.
You know what sucks?
17.
It doesn't suck, but it actually kind of sucks, but it doesn't suck at the same time. This is the only Big 12, Big 10 matchup in the bowl games. It kind of sucks because I wanted to see a little bit more Big 12 against Big 10 or SEC or whatever. We have a couple SEC, don't we? But I want to see more Big 12, Big 10 because they just, oh man, the Big 10 is so much better than the Big 12. Oh my, I just want this K-State to come out and just shut that down immediately. Like, your middle of the road team is far worse than our middle of the road team. Far worse.
I agree. I mean, like I said, they lost 42-7 at home to Wisconsin. Wisconsin went 5-7 this year. So that's awful.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, I got K-State winning 45-17. Kenny's basically on the same road. He said 38-18. So
17, whatever. I'll do 17. I'll give them.
So basically,
one
we're
less.
only off by a touchdown. So
yeah,
preach it, Kenny. Preach it. 69-0 K-State. T Nelly 13. What's up, dude? I know you're on the GPC board.
Love that score. 69.
Love it. 69. Nice.
Nice.
Kenny, let her know about the what the hot takes are, and then give your hot takes for this game.
All right. So the hot takes, like, you just got our score predictions. So now we're going to get into the game, and we're going to talk about what we think is actually going to happen in the game. It's going to be a hot take of what goes on. Big summer blowout. All right.
Love
so
it. From a
yes. In the game, this is my hot take. Offensively, Avery Johnson is going to throw for over 300 yards, and he's going to get 4 touchdown passes, breaking the single season record for the most touchdowns in a single season. That's my offensive. Brandon Mott is going to force a fumble, and it's going to give a turnover. That's my defensive hot take.
Yeah, I think he actually only needs 3 to break it, because I think the record is 24 and he has 22.
That's right.
So, okay.
Well, 3 to break it. I'm giving him 4.
Love it. I think that's going to happen as well. I'm going to say Jace Brown, 100 plus receiving yards, 2 touchdowns, just like he did in the Iowa State game. I mean, I'm looking at the Rutgers DBs, and they're just really bad. And Avery Johnson likes to throw to his roommate. He does. So I got Jace Brown, if 2 touchdowns and over 100 yards total. Defensively, in his last game at K-State, I think our guy, I mean, he could be considered our guy. A K-Stater, a safety, Marquise Siegel. He's going to have interception return for a touchdown.
Wow.
That's a K-State hot takes. And score predictions for K-State versus Rutgers in the Rate Bowl. All right, Kenny. We have 2 more segments here. We're going to get into the Big 12 bowl picks and then the CFP picks. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's get it right into the Big 12 bowl picks here. I'm Stevie B. This is Kenny G. And make sure you guys like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Consider joining the channel as well. Let's take a look at all the Big 12 bowl games here for this year. There's already been one that's happened. I'll pull it up here.
And we predicted this. We actually predicted the outcome of
we
this game.
both picked West Virginia to lose.
Yep.
I think by more than that, but they ended up losing 42-37 in the Frisco Bowl. We both picked it, and then they lost their quarterback who's going to the NFL as a wide receiver. And then they also have a new head coach, Rich Rodriguez. Kenny, anything you want to say about the Mountaineers losing to the Memphis Tigers?
You need to get better. Just get better. West Virginia has been lackluster. And I hope with this new coaching hire, you guys get better. Okay. You need to elevate the Big 12. We're looking really bad right now. And the only way that we look better is if West Virginia looks better, along with other teams too, but starts with them. When we play these non-con games, we got to win them. It's the only way we're going to get respect. So I just want to see West Virginia get better. I hated seeing them be basically over the last several years, be pretty much the gatekeepers. They would lose to the people they, were supposed to lose to, and they would win against people they were supposed to win against. And they just never, ever had an upset any time ever under Neil Brown. So with this new coach, hopefully things change. But as of right now, Memphis, congratulations. You guys definitely, there was no way West Virginia was winning this game. You don't even have a coach there. So, yeah.
Okay. Let's move on here. We just got done talking about it on our main podcast here. This is the score prediction provided by collegefootballinsiders.com. They have K-State winning 64% of the time with a projected score of 28-24. You look at the offensive and defensive efficiencies and net field position, all of that. You want blue, specifically dark blue. We'll pull up each one of these for every single Big 12 game. When we decided on our picks here, I had K-State winning 45-17, even though K-State is only favored by 7 here on a spread and then 4 on the other spread we just got done talking about. I just don't see how K-State doesn't dominate this game. I have I have Jace Brown, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards receiving. Defensively, Marquise Siegel with a pick 6. Kenny, what was your score prediction again in hot takes?
Dude, the disrespect, man. ESPN just needs to get their head out of their ass. Seriously, the Big 10 is not as good as you think it is. It's just unbelievable. Whatever, dude. My score prediction, my hot take, my score prediction was K-State was going to get 38, Rutgers was going to get 17. And my hot takes were that Avery Johnson was going to have 4 passing touchdowns, breaking the record. He only needs 3 to break the record, honestly. But I think he's going to get 4 passing touchdowns and throw for over 300 yards. And I think Brandon Mott is going to force a fumble and turnover. So I'd love to see it.
K-State's going to look good doing it in those alternate uniforms, baby.
Oh, yeah, baby.
White pants,
the white, purple,
helmets.
white.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee.
I hope Avery rocks the single leg, all white leg.
Oh,
what do
yeah.
you call it? Leg sleeve?
Yeah, leg sleeve. Legging.
The calf sleeve.
He's going to look good, dude. He's going to look real good.
It makes his calf look so nice. The single calf sleeve.
He's going to pull up in his purple Corvette, get out with the
lavender
leg sleeve, and he's
It's a
just going to throw
lavender.
over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. K-State's going to dominate. So
I want to see an all lavender with the cat cursive helmet, dude. I want to see it.
Yes. Yes.
That would look so damn good. See, the thing is like when Oregon pulls up these random ass like like okay, the lime yellow or lime green or whatever, that's cool. Like K-State can also do that with their lavender, dude. It would look so good, man. And like literally the vast majority of the fans that come to K-State games, they're wearing lavender. Like most of them wear the lavender. I get it. Like, isn't the story, but like for those who don't know, and we're gonna kind of go on a little bit of a tangent, but it's fun. You guys are watching for free. But honestly, if you wanted to give us some money, you should. But if not, you could just listen for free. The story behind K-State's uniforms are that they really wanted to kind of emulate the Dallas Cowboys uniform with the silver helmet, the solid color, either white or solid color for home and away, and then the gray or silver pants. That was like, and I get it, like the nostalgia. Like Alabama's never going to do alternate uniforms because it's Alabama. They've been the same. Penn State's never going to do alternate uniforms, but those are blue blood schools. And if you want to stand out for your recruits and your high school like recruits and your transfers and stuff like that, you need to do something cool like alternate uniforms. Like that's going to draw attention. People want to look good,
have to, dude. And apparently the seniors were the ones that wanted to do it. So they told Coach Kleiman, we want something cool. And he said, okay, we'll do it. Moving on. Texas Tech versus Arkansas in the Liberty Bowl on Friday. Here is the graphic again, provided by collegefootballinsiders.com. It has, oh man, this is really close, dude. It has 51% to 49% with a projected score of basically, what is that, 30 to 30? 30 to 29? It's not even 1 point, dude. Not even 1 point.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
But the spread on ESPN Bet has Arkansas as a 1.5 point favorite. I'm not picking SEC in this game. I gotta go Big 12. I do. I think Baron Morton's pretty good. I think Taj Brooks is amazing. I got Texas Tech winning even higher than that. I got Texas Tech winning. I mean, remember Arkansas lost to Oklahoma State. So I got Texas Tech winning 48-42.
Let's not forget that Arkansas lost to a 0-9 Oklahoma State team. They lost to them in their non-conference game. How do you lose to an 0-9 Oklahoma State team? My God. Yeah, that I want to. Yeah. So Texas Tech is going to win this game. If you haven't watched any Texas Tech games, they like to score a lot. They will put up the freaking points. So, and it might be high scoring on the other end too, because their defense is kind of non-existent. But still, Taj Brooks, like you said, the dude is an absolute beast. And if he's playing in this game, which that's awesome that he is, because other than DJ Giddens, I would put Taj Brooks as like the other back in this league that is comparable. I mean, RJ Harvey is just a different kind of runner, but Taj Brooks and DJ were like almost identical in how they like to run the ball. So if he's in this game, oh my God. Yeah, Texas Tech's going to win. We're going to go, let's go 38. Let's go 38-24. Texas Tech wins, beating the SEC.
And it looks like Taj Brooks is going to play in this bowl game. So he's not said he isn't. So that's awesome. The Pigs are going to have a tough time with Taj Brooks for sure. Moving on. Saturday. Saturday is a big day in college football. It really is. My sister's birthday. Shout out to Heather. Big birthday for my sister. You know. TCU versus Louisiana. I mean, here's a graphic. They have them winning 76% of the time with a projected score of 35-26. Essentially, you want blue, specifically dark blue. There's a lot of red for the Raging Cajuns from Louisiana, formerly Louisiana Lafayette. I don't see TCU getting up for this game, but I still think they're significantly better. I got TCU winning something like 45-28, covering the spread, but not looking like amazing doing it because their defense, I don't feel like their defense has been that good all year, honestly. But they're right in the middle of the pack, man. They're 8-4, and I think they went 6-3 in the Big 12. So, what do you got?
TCU really turned their season around. They had a rough intro to the year, but man, they really turned it around. They were kind of on the receiving end of they had games where they were like down or something in like the 35 range. They lost to UCF, but then like they had another game where they did the reverse. That was kind of cool. Yeah, I think TCU is going to dismantle this Louisiana team. I think both. Where's this located at? It's in Texas, or is it New Mexico?
New Mexico
God.
Bowl. New Mexico Bowl. I didn't mention that earlier. Sorry. Saturday, 11 or 1 p.m.
How did they end up in the New Mexico Bowl? Oh, God. Okay. Well,
small fan base, only 11,000 students.
Yeah. I don't know how many people are going to show up to this game. Okay. So TCU, I'll give them a 2 touchdown lead. I'll 35-21.
All that needs to be said there. This is a big game on ABC on Saturday.
Big
Essentially
game.
A home game for Miami. Miami versus Iowa State in a Pop-Tarts Bowl. I love me some Pop-Tarts. Shout out to Chocolate Fudge Pop-Tarts. Here is the graphic again by College Football Insiders. They have Miami winning 63% of the time with a projected score of 32-28. That's actually a pretty good score. Yeah. Man, there's a lot of blue for Miami. This is a home game. It's in Orlando. Obviously, they're from Miami. Kenny, what do you got? I'll go second.
Yeah, like you said it right there. I mean, they're literally playing in their backyard. Miami is going to have a massive advantage over Iowa State. And quite frankly, honestly, Iowa State looked bad, dude. They looked bad against Arizona State. Bad. They got their butts handed to them. That was like one of the worst Big 12 championship performances I've seen in a minute. So, yeah, I'm going to go Miami here. And I don't even think it's going to be close. I think Cam Ward is going to be he's going to be putting on him, dude. I mean, he was a Heisman finalist, and he was a Heisman finalist for a reason. I mean, the dude has a freaking arm. Their offense is lethal. It's probably one of the best offenses in the country. So I'm going to say Iowa State doesn't even break. I don't think they even break 20, dude. I don't even think they break 20. I think they go. Let's go 19 for Iowa State. Miami 38.
Kenny, I love you, but you're wrong. Miami's defense is trash. It really is. I mean, they give up 30 or 40 almost every single game this year. I know Iowa State played really bad in a Big 12 championship game. They did. They looked awful. They got boat raced, right? But I still think they're going to put up a fight in this game. I do. And I'm going to go the other way. I think that Miami's not going to be up for this game. I know it's a home game for them. I know that. I don't see them getting up for measly Iowa State. And I think Iowa State fans are going to be pretty excited for this. I know Cam Ward's really good. Heisman finalist, like you said. I think Iowa State pulls the upset here, dude. And like I said, I think Miami's defense is really bad. I think they gave up, I mean, I'd have to look, but I think they gave up 30 plus in almost every game. I have Iowa State winning 35-31.
That's crazy, man.
Shout out Cyclone Nation. Big 12
That's crazy.
I don't know. Pick against the Big 12. I can't.
Oh, I definitely can. I could definitely pick. I mean, if the game tells me, and look, Miami, you got to look at the intangibles. They're at home. They're gonna have a crowd advantage, dude. I just feel like
Miami fans are pretty not the best right now. Like they haven't had a full stadium for years. Ever since they left the Orange Bowl, man, they've not had the best home crowd. Moving on.
All right.
Probably the biggest Big 12 football bowl game outside of the CFPs. This is huge, dude. This is huge. BYU versus Colorado.
Dude, I'm picking against the Big 12 here. I'm picking against the Big 12
Me
here.
too. Me too. Jake Retzloff versus Shadur Sanders, Travis Hunter, the Heisman Trophy winner. Shout out Travis Hunter. That dude's a baller. He can do anything he wants, man. Winning the Heisman, throwing down dunks between the legs. That dude's insane.
Throwing down
Catching
dunks between the
touchdowns.
legs,
He's a
marrying a
baller.
gold digging. I mean, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
That-
Lil Bow Wow tried to tell him to get rid of her, man. Lil Bow Wow. I don't know if you guys saw that article. He said, get rid of her, dude. Kick her to the curb.
Little Bow Wow. Little
Kenny,
Bow Wow gets a shout out on the KSU
Lil
Nation.
Bow Wow, dude, for real. What do you got? They have, hold on. Wait. Sorry. Here's the graphic. This is the efficiency offense and defense. They have BYU winning 52% of the time with a projected score of 27, almost 27 and 27. Essentially a 1 point difference here. Kenny,
dude,
what's your score prediction? Who you got winning?
It's gonna be lit, dude. This is gonna be so big. Oh man, it's gonna be tough, dude. This is gonna be tough because Colorado fans and BYU fans have lit up this chat like throughout the entire season. And honestly, Shadur, he's playing in this game. Travis Hunter is playing in this game. Oh my God. Is the BYU sauce gone? That's all I need I want to know. Is it gone? Is the magic gone because the season's over? Does that mean the magic's over? I don't know, man.
It's going to be a home game for BYU because you know BYU fans are going to bring it, dude. Those fans travel. A lot of Colorado fans there as well. 64,000 strong, full stadium. It's going to probably be 70 to 75% BYU. I
kind of don't want to go first here because
I'll go first.
Dude, Colorado, let's remind people. Colorado beat Oklahoma State 52-0 in their last game.
They did. They look
really good. It is Oklahoma State, but my God, 52-0. And BYU,
how could you pick against a Heisman Trophy winner, man? How could you pick against them?
They lost their last two games. BYU's on the downward trend. And yeah, like you just said, dude, they trashed Oklahoma State their last game, and then also Travis Hunter wins the Heisman, dude. The momentum is like going in the opposite direction when it comes to I don't know how you do this. Yeah, it's literally going in the opposite direction for these teams. Go ahead, Steve. You go first. I can't go first on this.
How can you pick against Colorado, man? They have a quarterback with basically 4,000 passing yards, 35 touchdowns, like 7th or 8th in the Heisman Trophy ratings. They have the Heisman Trophy winner, Travis Hunter, 14 touchdowns, 1,100 yards, 4 interceptions on defense. I don't know how you can pick against Colorado in this game, man. I really don't. They have Colorado favored by 5.
What are you picking there, Steve?
BYU wins this game. I think BYU is the second best team in the Big 12. I've been saying it for a while. I wanted BYU versus Arizona State in the Big 12 championship game. I think BYU's best part of their defense is their pass defense. I mean, Colorado lost at home to K-State. Colorado lost at freaking Nebraska. I mean, I know that. Both of these teams lost to KU as well. One at home, one away. BYU probably should have won that game too, if not for a weird punt by Jalen Daniels. They probably win that game, go 11-1, probably meet Arizona State in the Big 12 championship game. I think BYU is really, really, really good. I have them winning. BYU Cougars winning 38-28.
Oh my God, dude.
Come at me, Brooklyn boy. Come at me, Colorado fans.
As much as I love this game, like I'm super excited to watch this game. I'm gonna love watching this game.
Oh, I'm so pumped to watch this game.
It is because this is like the Big 12 championship game that could have been if things broke a different way.
It's what you wanted, right? It's what you wanted.
I actually wanted Baylor, Arizona State, because I think that would be really, really good. Oh, dude, I don't want to pick this game. You know what, Steve? You picked BYU just to be the contrarian here. Just to be the devil's advocate. I'm going to pick Colorado to win. I'm going to go, oh my God, this is wild. I'm going to go 28-24. 28-24. I think defense is going to be a big part of this game. I think the secondary, as much as who's the guy that Roberts, right? The guy that Retzlaff likes to throw to.
Yep.
I think Travis is going to be on him. I don't know, man. This is a really hard game to pick because it could go either way. And honestly, I kind of want to just do like a 1-point game. BYU has won a lot of those, so I'm going to go. You know what? I'll go 27-28 Colorado.
Dude, you essentially went this exact score.
Oh, I did. I totally forgot.
That's amazing, dude. That's almost, I mean, they had BYU winning, but essentially that score. So that's amazing. I'm going to Cosmo, man. I'm going to Cosmo. 38-28, man. This will be a good game. I'm excited to watch it. I really am.
You're
picking hanging out with my sister on her birthday. Shout out Heather. If you know, you know. Turning the I don't want to say, but it's a big one. It's a big one this weekend. But yeah, BYU Colorado. It's a Big 12 championship game we never got. I just think BYU is the second best team in the Big 12 this season. So moving on.
Now off to the real second best team of the Big 12.
Baylor versus LSU in the Texas Bowl. College Football Insiders has LSU winning 62% of the time.
What? 30, oh my God.
30-26. I'm not going that way. I think Baylor's really good. I don't see LSU being excited for this game. I know Nussmeier's pretty good. I think Baylor's playing really good football. No one wants to play them right now. No one does. I got Baylor winning this game 31-24.
ESPN needs to go get their damn eyes checked and get their head shaken because they literally are in Delulu land. They're going to literally say that LSU. Oh, I guess they're not saying it. It's that the sports graphic or whatever is saying it because they have Baylor -1. Yeah, I think Baylor is one of the most dangerous teams right now in the Big 12 that nobody's talking about because of the rough start that they had. But that's just what it was. It is a rough start. They finished really strong. I mean, they were putting on the points like crazy in the back half. See what they did to KU, who were the giant slayers in the conference? Yeah, the best teams that we were like, oh yeah, the second best team, KU destroyed. Well, guess who destroyed KU? Baylor did. They just absolutely whipped them. So I think Baylor's going to win. With all that to be said, I think it's going to be, dude, I had Baylor going like 42-28.
LSU should have lost to South Carolina. They should have been 7-5 as well. Just putting that out there. Yeah, they gave up like 40 plus at home to Alabama earlier this year. They're not as good as they had been in the past. They're not as good. They're really not. Brian Kelly's not the answer there. Moving on. I think this will be the only CFP game we pick. I think we should wait until next week to pick all of the CFP games because I think next week we should do the breakdown of K-State beating Rutgers and then pick all of the CFP games because they don't start for another week or so.
Yeah.
But we are going to pick this one game, and maybe our score will change. But for the sake of picking all the Big 12 bowl games, I have to throw this in here. Arizona State versus Texas in the semifinals of the college football playoff. Peach Bowl, Wednesday, January 1st, 2025. College Football Insider says 72% of the time Texas wins this game with a projected score of 27-19, an 8-point difference there. ESPN Bet has Texas by 2 touchdowns, 14 points. Kenny, Cam Scatterby was 5th in the Heisman race. Is he enough to beat Texas?
I mean, you're also forgetting about Sam Levitt, dude. I mean, that dude is incredible. Their defense does an amazing job as well. Texas literally had, I would say, out of all the games that just was played in the CFP, they had the worst showing. All the other favorites dominated their games. Texas did not dominate Clemson. They struggled against them. Actually struggled against them. And the only, I mean, they haven't, like, what was their best win? Clemson? That's probably their best win, probably, of the year. Like, seriously, dude, I think Arizona State could actually, out of all the upsets, this could actually happen. Like, this could actually happen. Texas could easily overlook this team. Like, it's just whatever. Just shut down Cam Scatterby. We'll be all right. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think Arizona State probably wins this game pretty handily. I'm not gonna pick this to be a blowout, though. I think this will be very, very close. Probably a 1-point game. Probably one of those games that comes down to the wire. Which I would love to see that. But I'm gonna go Arizona State. See, the thing about Texas is they don't allow points. Their defense is insane. And in fact, they said in the broadcast that they have not let a team score a touchdown in the fourth quarter since like October, which is wild. Like early October. I can't remember if Clemson actually did that or not. But anyway, besides the point. In regular season, that was the case. Let's go 24-21. 24-21.
Dude, you took my score prediction. That was the exact score I was going to say. So I'm just going to check mark it as well. 24-21, Arizona State wins this game. I think the Sun Devils are really good. No one's giving anyone outside of the SEC and Big Ten any love. But shout out to Tennessee for getting your asses kicked by Ohio State. And Will Howard. Shout out Will Howard, man. Will Howard, dude, getting that win, getting to play in the Rose Bowl, beating the ass that is Tennessee. Dude, heck yeah, love that. But back to this. Big 12 is going to win this game. I think Arizona State's really good. I agree with you. Texas has not looked very good basically all season. They really haven't beat anyone good outside of Clemson, I guess. And even that, I mean, they struggled with that. I mean, if Clemson could run the ball at all, they'd probably win that game. You know who can run the ball? Arizona State.
Yeah.
So you know what? This would be a little bit different. We'll go 27-21 Arizona State.
Oh my God.
Scatterby is going to have over 150 rushing yards. I think Sam Levitt is going to throw for a couple touchdowns. I think he's really good. I think Texas is way overrated. Big 12 is finally going to get some love in this game. Arizona State, fear the fork. Hashtag fear the fork. Arizona State beats Texas's butt, which is what we want, considering Texas left the Big 12. So
yeah, there's so much that goes into this. I think I touched on it before with the current Big 12 champion going against the previous Big 12 champion. For those who say that, the Texas Longhorns, they ran the Big 12. No, they didn't. They in the last 14 years, they won one Big 12 championship, and that was last year. OU ran the Big 12 when they were in this conference. So Texas, the only thing they got going for them is that their stadium holds over 100,000 people. They have a lot of money. They've got a big school. But guess what? Arizona also has a big school with lots of people. And a lot of podcasts have said that the Arizona State is a sleeping giant. It took them a little bit to get rolling with their new coach, Kenny Dillingham, by the way, best name for a coach, period. And
way better than Steve Sarkisian, right? Way better.
Yeah. Kenny G. I mean, come on now. But yeah, so I'm gonna be rooting for the Big 12 here. Arizona State, what an amazing season they had. Having them play Texas in Georgia, by the way, which Texas just lost to Georgia in Georgia. So this will be good, man. I'm going to be pumped. I'm going to be pumped to see this. hopefully some of that bad juju that was left on the field remains there.
I do
Texas.
agree. Kenny's way better name, Steve. Way better name than Steve. I will say that. But that's the Big 12 bowl picks here for 2024. Kenny, I think we should save basketball talk for another time. K-State basketball stinks right now. I don't want to talk about it. It's just going to piss me off. We've been live for about an hour now. We'll be back.
K-State basketball sucks.
Yes. I think we'll be back in 1 week to talk about K-State beating Rutgers. We'll break that down. We'll give our cat and dog of the game. We will pick the rest of the CFP games. We'll re-talk about, of course, ASU, Texas as well. And then maybe talk a little bit of basketball that time. But Kenny, is there anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
To everybody that's watching, currently right now, please give us a sub, hit the like button. That helps our channel out a lot. Don't forget to leave some comments too. We just love the engagement. But also just to look forward a little bit. We've said this in previous videos, but yes, we've got a lot of videos coming out in the near future. We're going to be busy during this holiday season, creating some really fun content for you guys. I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy it. We're going to do like an award show. The Nation Awards is what we're going to call it. But yeah, and we've got some other really fun stuff that we're going to do. So we appreciate you guys joining us today and watching the video. We don't know how the heck it got onto your computer, but hey, we're here. Just go ahead and hit that sub button so we can remain friends. And
hit that like button too. Hit the like button. We need that.
Last,
we need the likes.
But certainly not least.
And if you guys want to, send us a super chat or a thanks if you're watching this on a rewind, we'd appreciate that as well. Shout out to the K-State women's basketball team. They're a top 15 team. Pretty nice crowd today. They won today against, I think it was Cincinnati to start 1-0 in conference play. They're really good. They deserve all of our watch time instead of the men's team because the men's team stinks right now. But like Kenny said, man, we appreciate everyone for watching, liking, subscribing, all of that. There's just one last thing to say.
Have a Merry Christmas, a safe Christmas, because I know you guys like to get a little wasted on
Merry
that
freaking
day.
Christmas, man. You filthy animals.
Keep the change, you filthy animal. And go Cats.